Hey guys, today I am back in my kitchen to tackle another spring cleaning project. Unfortunately, our kitchen is really small and we don't have a pantry, so I do have to use some of our cabinets to store our food. So I'm going to be organizing two of those food cabinets today. One holds all of our snacks, and the second one is kind of like a miscellaneous cabinet. It holds a lot of our baking goods, it holds a lot of our boxed foods like mac and cheese and rice-a-roni, and it also has a few random things like a toaster. So I'm going to be tackling those two today. They really honestly have just been driving me crazy. Every time I open the door, I feel like it's just an unorganized, chaotic mess. So I'm going to show you one of them and kind of show you before and then show you how I do it and then the after, and then I'll move on to the second cabinet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here's the first cabinet. As you can see inside, there's one little tiny shelf, and that's where I keep a lot of our baking items. There's also some oatmeal and things up there. We have some breakfast items. I have some Ziploc bags because they didn't fit anywhere else. This cooler my husband uses to take his lunch for work sometimes, and then I have a lot of dry goods back there. Our toaster, our Ninja, those two things are in here because I need to access them quite often, but I don't really have anywhere else to store them, so they're kind of just going under there. If I had somewhere else to put them, it would be nice because then I would have a lot more room to store food, but this is what I'm working with. And as I take this out, I see that I have a bunch of pasta back here, and I thought I was almost out. So that's why I need to organize the space so that I can kind of keep track of what we have so that I'm not overspending on things that we don't need. So I'm going to take all this out, put it on the cabinet, and then try and see what we're working with. I completely cleared out the cabinet. I took everything out. It's on the counter. I vacuumed out all the crumbs and wiped it down. I put everything on the counter and tried to keep life things together, and I threw out all the things that had expired. So I have breakfast stuff over here. I have some my pastas and rices over here, baking stuff over here, my appliance stuff over there, pasta and some other dry stuff. And then I got these two bins. If you watched my latest grocery store haul, I showed these two bins in that video. I got them at Target. They were in the dollar spot for $3 a piece, and I got them with this project in mind. I want to try and store a lot of my baking items in there just to kind of corral them a little bit better. And then I also didn't mention, but I have this pink reusable bag sitting here, and this has actually been sitting on the floor in our dining room basically, and this has a bunch of stuff in it that I can't fit anywhere else. It hasn't found a home yet. So I have some teas, which I have a big tea bin, but they didn't fit. So I have some extra tea here. I have some, what is this called? Salad dressing that I just bought. Some soy sauce that I bought for a recipe. Some breadcrumbs, some honey and stuff. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to try and find a place for all of these items as well. Some of them may go in a different cabinet, but I'm tired of this bag just being in our dining room. So I'm just trying to keep that in mind as well. So now I'm going to start organizing my cabinet now that it's all cleaned out, and then I'll show you guys the progress in a second. Here's the after look. I was able to fit everything back in, and I also was able to empty that bag that I wanted to get emptied. So I'm very happy about that. This still doesn't look all that organized. I might mess with it some more later on down the road, but I'm going to see how this works for a little while. So up in these two baskets that I got at Target, they were the perfect size. This first one has baking items that I don't use as often as some of my other ones. So like our cocoa powder, we only use that for one kind of cookie that we don't really make that often. The Crisco, we don't really use that often. The coffee filters, you don't even have a coffee pot right now. I do plan on buying one though, and then food coloring, things like that. So things that I don't use that often are in that basket. The baking items that I use more often are in this basket. So like our brown sugar, our chocolate chips, things like that are in that basket. So when we're baking, all I have to do is just pull this basket out and everything's in there just ready for me. So that's going to be really nice. And then back here I was able to fit in my breadcrumbs, so they're in the way back. Then I have my protein powder right here, and then I have our two measuring cups that don't fit anywhere else, unfortunately. So those are up there. Easy access to all that. Back here, same thing. I have a lot of our pasta and more boxed things. In the very way back are a lot of backup items. So I have a backup syrup, and then a backup dressing, and then that soy sauce that I got for a recipe. So I know when I'm ready for that recipe, all I have to do is just grab that. And then a lot of our box stuff up here, and then I have more mac and cheese pushed all the way to the back because like you can see we already have two, so I don't need them to be all up front. Then I have our syrup. This is the top of the Ninja. This is the little magic shell that my husband likes on his ice cream, so I just kept it right here, easy access. We have our sandwich bags back here. We actually take some bags out at a time and put them in a drawer. The box doesn't fit in the drawer, but we can take some bags out and put them in there. So it's fine with them being pushed back in the back. Then we have a box of cereal, a box of pancake mix, and I had 2 boxes of oatmeal, but I went ahead and just threw both boxes together into one box, so it made it store a little bit better. And then a big old toaster, and then I will go ahead and just throw my Ninja up here and also put the lunch box back, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an overview before I put that in the way. So that's what the first cabinet looks like. Let me know if you have any suggestions on organization for this thing. It's kind of an odd space, but that one's done for now, and now let's move on to my snack cabinet. Alright, here's my snack cabinet. This one's actually up high. I'm sitting on my countertop right now because I really can't reach it that well. This first shelf I can't reach at all from the floor. So I just have all my snacks in here and some peanut butter. So up here I like to keep our bigger items. Like when you get a bag of chips, it's pretty big. So this is the biggest space. So the chips go up here. I have some Ritz crackers. I have some backup snacks, and then I have our fruit snacks here. This one, there's no really rhyme or reason to any of these shelves, honestly. It's just wherever it would fit, it fits. But I have my bars, I have these Skinny Cow candies, some almonds, I have my emergency in the back. This little Tupperware is full of like little candies, granola, fruit snacks, or not fruit snacks, fruit cups. And then these are just like shoved in here, these little sandwich crackers. And then I have regular crackers, pudding, pistachios, another bag of chips, some more bars, some gum, some Quaker bars, some popcorn. So again, what I'm going to do is pull everything out and then kind of organize it as far as putting like things together, and then see about putting everything back. One thing that I'm trying to do while I take all these snacks out is trying to throw away as much of the packaging as I can. So like I had this little Ziploc container, and it had a lot of my bars in it. So I took them out and put them in the Luna bar box. So you can see there's like a mixture of different ones in there. And then I took all the gum that was in this little container. I'm wearing pajama pants, you like? Anyway, I took the gum that was in the container and I put them in here, so that way I could throw away this container and it would be a little bit more organized. Don't you guys like this? Don't have ugly children. I think my mom got this for me for Christmas one year, my stocking. Isn't that lovely? So anyway, I'm putting all that in there. I took these fruit cups out of the packaging so that I could throw this away, and then I could stack all of these so it wouldn't take up so much space. So that's one thing that I find definitely helpful. As much packaging as you can get rid of. It makes so much more space. Another thing that I really like to do with our snacks is I like to rip the tops off of all the boxes. That way I don't have to take the box out and mess with the top and try and get it open and try and close it. This way I can just take this out, grab what I want, put it back, and I don't have to hassle with any of that. So I've got all of my snacks out on the countertop. Here is my empty cabinet. I'm going to clean it out, and then I'm going to go ahead and start putting things back. I think this looks so much better. So here's just an overview. This bottom shelf, I kept all of our bars right here. I feel like that's what I get most often, and since I'm the short one, I figured I would put the things that I need lower. So we have our bars, I have my Skinny Cow candy, I have the backup one back there. I have almonds, pistachios, and then I have like the emergency drinks that I drink on occasion, and then some energy drinks back there. And then this is the bag of granola that I bought that I'm going to put in my yogurt. And then on the second cabinet, I kept a lot of our box things. So these sandwich crackers, our fruit snacks, the Ritz, the popcorn, the raisins, and then this is the bin with all of the gum and little candies. And then up here I have more of our like baking stuff. So I think this is a brownie mix, and then pudding mix, and then peanut butter. And then these crackers are chips. Those 2 boxes are the same as these. They're just backup, so that's why they're all the way back there, because we don't need them. And then the fruit cups I have stacked. My husband is 6'8", and he's the only one that eats those, so I know that he will have no problem reaching them. as well as the crackers. I don't eat those. So that is what that drawer or that cabinet looks like. Ugh, I feel so much better to have things organized and clean. Well, that's going to be it for today's spring cleaning video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. I hope this one gave you some inspiration and motivation to tackle a spring cleaning project in your home. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!